Hi, it's Andrea from Envision Partnership. Today, I'm going to talk about a really useful tool that will help you ensure your bank reconciliation is correct and working properly. We're going to look at the Bank Reconciliation Summary Report. This report is great for picking up any mistakes or problems that may have occurred since you last checked. Now, to have a check of the Bank Reconciliation Summary Report, if you click in Reconcile, you can see I still have some items to match up in our demo company, but I just want to check and see if there's any issues so far. So I go over to here and click on Reconciliation Report. And here it is. Now you can change the date to whichever date you'd like to check. So if you were midway through August and you wanted to check July, you could change the date to July and update. But I'm going to keep it as today's date. And here we have our summary. The first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is these lines. So these are all the lines that I haven't matched up yet in the bank reconciliation. So they're here under unreconciled bank statement lines. So I know I've still got quite a lot to match up. It's the problems that I'm looking for. Are there any issues? And if there are, they will be sat here. So first of all, let's take a look at outstanding payments. So I've marked that Wilson Periodicals has been paid, and I paid it on the 23rd of August. So I need to see why I haven't matched it up. So my first check would be to go down here and check if it's in here, and I haven't matched it up. And yes, there it is, $49.90. I simply haven't matched it up. So I will go back to my reconciliation. And I'll find the $49.90. And here it is. I just hadn't matched it up. So I click OK. And go to my reconciliation report. And that line has gone. I've matched it up. So I'll move on to the next one. Central copiers. Now I've marked that as paid on the 27th of August. So again, I'll do my first check. Does it appear in here? And no, it doesn't. So I'm going to take a look at it to work out what's happened. So I've marked that I've paid it through the business bank account to this invoice. So I'm going to click into the invoice and take a look. It was a photocopier repair. And I remember I didn't pay this amount through the bank. I paid it in cash. So I need to click on here, go to options and remove and redo that payment. And that shows the $163.56 now still due to the central copiers. So I remember I paid it in cash, and I paid it on the 4th of July, paid from cash. And I add payment. So that invoice is now fully paid. And if I go back to my reconciliation summary report, it's disappeared. So now I move on to the receipts. So I've marked that Wilson Periodicals paid £35 on the 25th of August. So I'll do my first check. Does it appear in my unmatched lines? And yes, there it is. Again, I hadn't matched it up. So if I go to Dashboard and Reconcile Items, and I'll find that £35. And there it is. And I click OK. And then I go back to my reconciliation report. and it's gone. So now I have the Bayside Club, and this I've marked as paid on the 26th of August, £234. So I'll do my first check, and it's not there. So I know it hasn't come through the bank. So what has happened? If I click into here, I've marked that it was paid through the bank account on the 26th of August. I'm going to take a look at the invoice. It was for golf balls. So I will either check my bank statement to see if possibly it's gone through the bank but hasn't yet come through to Xero. I'd maybe check with my accountant or assistant to see if they thought it had been paid. And what I'll actually remember is it hasn't been paid. I've made a mistake and marked it as paid. So I'll just need to click into the payment, go to options and remove and redo. And then we see this invoice is now showing due again for £234. And if I go back to my dashboard and reconcile and the report, you'll see it's disappeared. So I've sorted out all those little problems that were there. Now, I still have a lot of lines to match up. So it is best to do this when you have matched up pretty much everything in the bank reconciliation, as it makes it clearer and easier to see. But in this case, this is our demo company, so there will still be lines outstanding. What you are looking for is this balance here, balance in Xero, matching your statement balance. Now, obviously, ours doesn't balance because of all these lines that are outstanding. But once I get rid of those, this balance, statement balance, should match this balance. And there should be no difference here. And that's when you know your reconciliation has worked. You can also check against your own bank statement to make sure this statement is correct. And I'd suggest doing that on a monthly basis. If you have any questions at all about bank reconciliation, do give me a call.